5 a.m. on the West Sea of Philea. So we's up. Man, love for all you guys rocking and rolling with your boy. We're going to get into this today, man. It's a whole lot going on. I thought it was going to be a slow Saturday just because the S's and the alliteration. No. Tony Romo, indefinite leave. Is he gone from CBS? We're going to dive into that first and foremost. But we also got some other topics. Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown go nuclear. I was like, what? What are y'all doing? They went there. Jake Paul and Ryan Clark debate. Could Jake Paul play in the NFL? And he has some interesting points. I'm going to tell you what it really takes to play ball in the NFL. Rich Paul's also going to talk about that. He's going to say how hard it is to play in the NBA or NFL for just 1 year. So we're going to set the record straight there. Shaq and Iman Shumpert going to talk about how you work at ESPN and criticize players and still don't sound like a hater. We'll see how that goes. Dwyane Wade finally admits what I've been telling y'all forever, why LeBron really left him in Miami when they were the Heatles. We're going to break down LeBron in Philly at the point guard position, get deep into that. Shaq says that the Lakers fans never loved him. They only love Kobe. Man, now, I'm still teasing these topics. Y'all know damn well we ain't getting all these topics, but we're going to try. Doc Rivers exposes the real opponents on a championship run. It's going to be surprising. Jeremy Shockey did something very shocking his rookie year. Elle Duncan says why she hates the Caitlin Clark coat. We got to get to that one. And Gilbert Arenas once again didn't talk to his teammates who didn't make $5 million at least. What? Love to all you guys. I see you out there, top fans, all these members in the building. Mike is in the building. We see your brother, Master Proplex, Universal Trappers, Francisco Aguilera, Asino the Wise. I love all you guys for rocking and rolling with your boy no matter what, no matter how. So now, get into it. What we going to do, y'all? We're going to get involved. Oh, Tony Romo got placed on leave. Let's go straight to it. The hell they talking about? Now, remember yesterday's show, I told you guys, because we were coming off the Cam Newton clip about Ryan Clark crying, and we were saying, oh, Cam Newton was like, look, Tony Romo ain't got suspended. Tony Romo done did something that could endanger people. And we talking about Ryan Clark getting fired and Ryan Clark crying. And he was trying to make, that whataboutism. Like, oh, what about that guy? And then we know it's a wink, wink. What about that white guy over there who did something way worse? Why he got a gig? And if you don't know what I said to it, I retorted. Even though I love me some Cam Newton, go back to yesterday's live and check it out. Now, but I did say, be careful, because when you're an employee, when you're under someone's thumb, I don't give a damn who you are. You are one bad night of sleep away from being unemployed. Come on, y'all. Y'all ever own something? It could be your bike, right? It could be your food in the fridge. It's yours. You wait. You could go to bed like, you know what? I'm gonna give my sister that burrito. I ain't gonna eat it tomorrow. You wake up and that burrito gone, and you see your sister at the table eating it. You snap. You like, because it's yours. You like, I decide what the hell. Well, it seems like they have decided that NFL analyst Tony Romo should be placed on leave by CBS Sports following drunk driving arrest in Wisconsin. Everybody's saying DUI and it's really OWI, but it's the same thing, kind of. Yeah. J.J. Watt will join Jim Nantz and Tracy Wolfson on the number one spot, announcing team indefinitely starting with preseason. Oh, the Wally Pip. This is bad. Why is this bad? Because this is bad for a lot of reasons. One, they are testing to see, hey, can we keep this thing rolling without Romo? The first test is we're going to check the ratings. We're going to check the attention span. We're going to check the deep metrics. We're going to see the spikes. Were people really tuned in the beginning because they just want to see J.J. Watt as the number one? Some people already been saying they wanted to hear J.J. Watt as the number one. Right? It's kind of like the same thing that happens at Fox when you talk about Tom Brady a lot of times. A lot of people are like, I don't know if Tom Brady's really their number one, right? So it's that situation. So now he's going to get his chance. This is what I love about sports, and this is what's weird about sports. If you're the backup, you're not really rooting for the starter, even though he's your teammate. Like when I was behind Bruce Smith, I was like, yay, Bruce. Like, I wanted him to win for sure. I just wanted to win too. And the only way I could win was like, you got to have to move or leave or lose a little. And you don't want to root that. Front of mind, you ain't rooting against him. But in the back of your mind, you're like, yo, when he get hurt or he get tired or he just don't want to play, thank you, right? So somewhere in, JJ Watt is like, yes, opportunity. And then it's like, damn, it came this way, but oh well, you got the hammer, you better swing it. So now he gonna get a chance to shine. Number one, getting choked up over this opportunity. Now the thing is, if you're Romo, you don't get your gig back by based on what you do and what your merits are. You can't. It's gone. It's based on what JJ Watt does, and it's based on what y'all do. If y'all love JJ Watt, bye-bye Romo. And the crazy thing is, bye-bye Romo, they won't put him at the number 2. He making $17 million or something. Now, that ain't number 2 money. Or we don't even want to renegotiate that. They don't even want to renegotiate that. They just want to say bye-bye. Because guess what? JJ Watt is cheaper than Romo, and we kept this thing afloat the same. And then whoever number 3 was moves up to number 2. I don't know who that is, but he gonna be cheap. So for the cost of Romo leaving, we kept this thing afloat the same, let alone we might get better in ratings because, you know, every year now with the new Nielsen rating system, it's going to get better every year. Ratings were record ratings last year in NFL and NBA. It's going to be even bigger this year. So just coincidentally, if I'm JJ Watt, I'm about to win. And then y'all show up for him. Oh, and then he does a good job. Oh, because they were saying Tony Romo didn't prepare. And, you know, they got over that honeymoon quick with Tony Romo. He ain't preparing. He ain't the same. Come on, they setting this. Ooh, this setup is real. So then you're gonna get you're gonna get JJ Watt and the guy behind him for the price of a Tony Romo, and it's gonna be cheaper. Both of those guys combined gonna be cheaper than than Tony Romo. I don't know what I got in my throat, but god dang it. It's real. All right, let's read a little bit of this article, if not all of it, because we ain't got no video on this. Tony Romo, arrested a week ago on charges related to operating a vehicle while intoxicated, has been sidelined from his role as the top NFL analyst at CBS Network, announced yesterday. Romo was on leave from his role at CBS Sports until further notice. It's so sad you can do this, but it's real. He's on leave till further notice. That means we reading what happens while you're gone. Not morale. They're going to look at the ratings, how the production team sounds, how does Nance work with JJ Watt. You know, he's going to say nice things. I don't know if he's going to be glowing, but the point is, whoa. If he ain't like, nah, bring me Romo back for sure. Like, and I don't even know if that's going to be enough because the numbers going to speak. It's crazy. Crazy. All right. It is unclear to what degree the leave was negotiated with Romo. Negotiated? You mean told? I love when they be like, oh, yeah, it's mutually agreed. Ain't no mutual. You think Tony, mutual means we both came here for something. We both came here to say this. We both got it off. You think Romo wanted that meeting? Yeah, I'm Tony Romo, and I want a meeting with the bosses to discuss my future. No, you trying to hide in that building. You don't want nobody to see you like, no, I'm good. Damn. Whether he agreed or even requested it so that he can manage the legal and personal ramifications of his arrest. He didn't request it. Trust me. You don't want a meeting in this time. You have no leverage. You have nothing to say. There's nothing positive. Why you want to meet? Hey, everything is crashing right now. Let's talk. How we doing? They like, what? No, they say, come here, Romo. We see you over there with them shooters. Let me stop. I found out what shooters are. I didn't know before. It is hot in this room. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, now I'm about to be cool. Did y'all see? Y'all see what I did? I had to go to AC. So it is possible Romo wanted this. What? It is also possible it was foisted upon him by his employer, who saw putting Romo on air during his time as a bad strategy. What? Who wrote this article? Why wouldn't, if you Romo, why wouldn't you want to go on air? Why am I on air right now? I got headlines. This is the thing. People don't understand. When something's not, all right, so I'm not in Romo's position. So that's just be one. Like Romo actually, there's an objective way to say or see he did something. I've never been in that kind of trouble in my life. I'm 51. I ain't never had one incident in my life where they were like, you did this. I'm like, no, I didn't. Because reality is real time. In real time, I ain't never been arrested by no police before now. In real time, I ain't never had like assault or hit somebody or knocked a dude out or nothing, or driving drunk, nothing. So this is different. So just separate. But it's the same spirit. Like when you go through something, why are you stopping? The world keeps spinning. The world keeps grinning. The world keeps winning. Why are you stopping? You need to be stopped. Especially, and in Romo's case, let's be real. But especially if you didn't do anything. Especially. But even normally, if you did something, let them come get you. They got you. They pulled you over. They arrested you. All right, well, you got. But before then, I'm telling you, and I learned this lesson when my mother passed away. That's why, in part, I'm never going to let nothing kill me. Nothing. Name it. I know that's horrible. Oh, it feels like the book of Job. Oh, that sucks. It ain't stopping me. It ain't killing me because I figured out, unfortunately, the world don't give a damn. So when we were doing the Ryan Clark topic, I don't want to come off as insensitive, but guess what, bro? The world don't give a damn. When I woke up the day after my mother died and I thought the world was going to show me one sign, one symbol of, I feel you, Wiley. That's tough. That was your everything. You did it all for her. I know. You was a big old teddy bear. I know. You was a mama's boy. Man, I woke up the next day after like 2.5 hours sleep, if that. Sunny blue skies, LA at its finest. Not a sign in the world that anybody gave a damn except those you know and love. That's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. Wow! Don't ever stop what you're doing. 6 million ways to die. Oh man, they're gonna take me off the air. Oh man, they done fired me. Oh man, I owe this dude. Oh man, I got taxes. Oh man, I got the bills to pay. Oh man, she tripping on me. Oh man, she got the kids. Oh man, I gotta go to court. 6 million ways to die. Choose one. I'm only dying once when I'm gone. The rest of this shit ain't killing me. I'm gonna figure out what don't kill me, gonna make me stronger. Done. Okay, so let's get back to Romo. Damn it. Romo. No way he wanted out. No way. No way. It's a horrible strategy if he did. But it's real. The network is replacing Romo with former Houston Texans defensive lineman J.J. Watt as its lead analyst. Watt will work with play-by-play announcer Jim Nantz and sideline reporter Tracy Wolfson as the #1 CBS announcer team. What's crazy is this is how conspiracy theories get built. Man, ain't J.J. Watt from Wisconsin where he got arrested? Yeah. Ain't J.J. Watt been on like McAfee all this time, this whole season? All season? Yeah. Ain't he just like meeting random fans at bars and just outside and meeting up and taking pictures and meeting their families and taking them to eat? Yeah. Oh, you think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden Romo gonna get caught drunk and then lose his job to him? That's how conspiracy theories come up. But the real of it is, this is a bad time if you Tony Romo to let J.J. Watt sit in your seat. That boy got more cred than a little bit. He was a monster on the field, and now the groundswell about his personality, we get to see it on McAfee. His ethics, like he's principle-based. I love him for that. Dog, this is the wrong time. Wrong time to let J.J. Watt come get your gig. It's crazy. It's crazy. But easy. All right. It's real. Here we go. First CBS game scheduled this NFL season is a preseason matchup between the Bengals and the Eagles on August 28th. Primetime game begins at 8 p.m. You know who's pissed right now? Jim Nantz. Because Jim Nantz loved Romo, at the same time had to deal with some of that Romo hate and weirdness that comes with Romo because he ain't working hard. He need to study more. What is he saying? The same stuff. And Jim Nantz like, dog, I'm just I'm just a pro's pro. Like, you give me anybody, but Romo's special. Now you're going to have Watt. What are you supposed to say? Something bad about him? But all this controversy around you. He like, dog, just come do the gig. All right. So CBS is poised for an extended Romo leave, according to an industry source who added that Watt has been told his addition to the #1 announcing team is indefinite. Oh, it's his to lose. You got to read through these words. Indefinite in this position, in this circumstance, means yours to lose. Because you don't want to mess up the chemistry. This is CBS. If they're paying Romo almost $20 million a year, you know how much money they making? You know how much money on the line? We're not just trying to bring cats in. Hey, what you doing on Saturday? I mean, Sunday. I mean, what you doing this weekend? Oh, come through. We got a game. We need some announcers. Come on. Come on. Come on. Damn. Damn. Man, y'all know how much I love Romo. First of all, he was my teammate, but this ain't got nothing to do with that. This got the fact that he was so good at what he did. At the same time, got to be accountable. Got to be accountable. Milwaukee County Sheriff stopped Romo. All right, we ain't reading all that. We ain't doing all that. Okay, deputies also reported finding an open bottle of alcohol inside Romo's vehicle. Like, see, this is Romo was cited for his first offense. All right. Y'all talking about all that stuff. All right, let's get out of here. We know what it is. We know what it is. All right, Romo. God dang it. He had an open bottle in there talking about he had 0 drinks. Ooh, that ain't this, and this ain't that. So, you know me, King Levity. Romo, 6 million ways to die. Choose one. If they don't give you your gig back, man, you tricked it off, but it is what it is, right? 6 million ways to die. So, choose one. Man, I just wanted to show y'all this because this cracked me up.
If that's where he gets all his power, maybe you can see golfers doing the same thing. And here you look at his workout. This is what he does. Opening that right hip and then whipping that left hip. That's where he gets all.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all are stupid. All right, the funny thing about it there is something funny. The funny thing was, this is no laughing matter, but there was funny parts. One funny part was Romo was trying to stretch before he did a damn field sobriety test. Like, what? That, if nothing else tells you somebody been drinking, is the fact that they want to do some warm-ups and calisthenics before they do a field sobriety test. That's crazy. And I don't think those tests are I don't think those tests are set up for you to succeed. I think they set up for you to fail. And even if you succeed, it's still a failure because why did I ask you to do it in the first place? I don't know that. I'm not law enforcement, but I'm like saying my ABCs backwards and, you know, walking this straight line. Like, what does a straight line got to do with driving this car? The reason I'm in the car is so I ain't got to walk. Next time I get pulled over, they say, sir, can you come out the car and do a field sobriety test? I'm like, for what? I ain't had nothing to drink. And while you want to ask something, let me ask you something. What does walking got to do with me driving? we need to call up, what's his name, Crump? We need to get one of them lawyers, one of them civil rights lawyers, and Al Sharpton or something say, we want justice for all of us drivers who got to get out the car and then do some like running stuff. What if I'm a bad athlete? I told police before, I said, look, if I ever have to do that test, I'm going to ace it. I was like, I could come straight from the bar with 2 kegs on my shoulders and drink them in front of you right now. And then do them tests. I guarantee you I'm going to pass them. I don't even know what the tests are. I'll pass them. I'm an athlete. What are you doing, dude? You're going to give me an athletic test, right? You're going to give a brainiac a damn, you're going to, hey, can you add 2 + 2? Yeah, sure I can, officer. All right, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think about Tony Romo. The real question is he coming back or is he gone? God, I hate when and look, this is what's wrong. I'm already guilty. Don't blame corporate America. We ain't blaming CBS. They were just sitting back about to give Romo $20 more million. Romo the one that had the open shooters. So as much as this hurts, and now you know I got me a fondness, a tender spot for me some Tony Romo. Damn it. It is what it is. All right, let's get into this. This is gang related. Let's get into Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown going to war. When I say whoa, I declare war. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So let's find that first and foremost. While beat it up in the comments, you guys tell me if Romo coming back. And more importantly, I got to give y'all some love because y'all here in the building with me. When you rock with me, I roll with you. That's how we going to do. That's what we supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying, man? Come around here. Come around, damn man. We were talking about this yesterday. I'll tell y'all later. I had, we do have a video on this. Okay. We'll do Romo again tomorrow. I see Jim Rohn did a video on it just now. So good. All right. Let me give some love to the top fans and then let's get to this topic. This is insane, this topic right here. Could have led the show, but you know, I like to do some sports too. Master Proplex, number 1, MM Hatter, Mad Hatter, number 2, Trap Music 3, Dan the Fan, and Mike. All right, love to you guys. Where's that dude? Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? What they say in the Bible? Be hot or cold, not lukewarm. I spit you out my mouth. Yeah, we got us one of them in our super fans. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He ain't a super fan no more. He kind of hot and cold. Nah, he ain't. Lukewarm. Let's go. What is Kwame talking about? Is this old? But I think it's new.
You call me out my name in the same room with you.
Then I'll answer your question like a man.
Would you call me out my name in the same room with you?
Bitch.
Would you call me out my name in the same room?
I'm gonna call you out your
name. You would talk
anyway.
if you answer the
I don't
question.
know what you talking about.
So
okay, now this popped up on me today and it said it came out yesterday. Y'all know I don't watch everything, so if this is old, my bad. I ain't never seen this. Exhibit A of why I never have fights. Okay, no matter what is alleged, I've never fight because what are they talking about? Like it's almost like you got to really understand the incentives. Why would you have this type of behavior? And I love both of these guys. You know that. And I still talk to Gilbert all the time, but I love me some Kwame. I almost got into a fight. Not a fight. I wasn't gonna fight back, but Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson were not happy at me when I was at Fox and Kwame Brown popped up on the internet talking about them. I said, dog, he got some good jokes off. Like, what kind of friends are y'all? Y'all gonna be mad at me? Y'all mad at me because I'm laughing at him because he talking about you. It's funny. Oh, I wouldn't do that if it were you, if I were you. They were like, you shouldn't be laughing. I was like, is the joke funny? I'm only laughing not because I like him more or don't like him more. If he say a funny joke, see, I'm that type of friend. Oh, he got you, dog. I ain't the type of friend like, that ain't funny, right? That ain't funny, right? That ain't funny. We're all different.
if we was in the same room with one of, if we was in the same room, would you call me out my name? Would you call me out my name?
This is not your business.
So why won't you answer the question?
This is not your business.
Would you call me out my name if we was in the same room?
Me too.
Why won't he answer the question?
I can't talk on
Would you call me out my name? You could talk if you just answer the question. Would you call me out my name if we was in the same room?
You know what's interesting about what Kwame's doing? And this is a tactic, but it's real. like avoiders and avoidance, how people want to choose where the conversation goes. And that's usually a recipe for disaster, right? Because, dog, you can shoot, but take these shots. You can ask, but then answer. And most convos don't go that far. Like they all of a sudden turn into some like, I wrote this thesis and I want to make sure I can say it. And it's like, dog, I wrote one too. Listen to it. Respond to it. So I do want to hear what Gilbert going to say. Like, if we in the same room, we talking like this. We got the same energy. If we don't, what we doing?
Yes, but you would never be.
Why can't we ever make it to where that happens, to where we're in the same room, so where that people don't think that what you saying is real? Why can't you got all this money, right? Why can't you never? You know my address. You say you're gonna buy the house next door on the channel. You know the address to the next door house.
Damn.
You got all this money. You doing all this talking. How come we ain't never been in the same room yet then?
Do you want me to come to Atlanta?
How come we ain't never?
Hey, I call him like I see him. I call balls, strikes, strikes. Thank you, Master Proplex. He says, Marcellus, you're a rare breed. That's why I rock with you. You know what? I take that as the compliment that it was intended to be. But I also have a deep belief, and I'm sorry to say this, that everyone's a rare breed. That I really believe in individuality. I don't believe in none of that group shit. So, man, I really don't believe it. I cursed. Not on this show. I don't believe in group anything. I don't want to be lumped in with nobody because nobody gonna lump me in with I agree with totally. I haven't met the person yet I agree with totally. And my best friend's my sister. Nope. My best friend Jabari. Nope. Rory. Nope. Matt. Nope. All 6'4" dudes. Nope. All black people. Nope. All football players. Nope. All 280, 281. Nope. I ain't met a group yet that I'm all in on. I haven't. And I won't. And it's okay. That's why I'm a rare breed. And the thing is, we all get conditioned and socialized to not be that individual. We do. And you can tell by how deep somebody is into the group is how much that socialization worked. How their identity is fractured. That's why they got to be with the group. So you don't really see them. You see it. Come on, man. This ain't nothing new. Now, Gilbert, you know damn well he want to see you in Atlanta. I don't recommend you go. I don't want to see y'all fight or even worse. I don't. I like y'all talking this talk, though. This is hilarious. But I don't want to see y'all because it's not a proving session. I don't want to see who's tougher. I don't want to see who ain't scared. That's so silly. So what? Even if I am scared, I'm not less than you. People, it's hard being a dude. You got to act like you ain't scared when you are scared. Dog, I'm scared. And then the only exemption you get from being scared is when you get shot at. All of a sudden, I just took off running. I thought you weren't scared. I'm scared of them bullets. So let's act like we scared of more than just bullets. I'm scared of getting shot. I ain't scared to just get shot. I'm scared of the thought of getting shot. And guess what? Since I'm from where I'm from, I know how that builds up. I'm over here preaching right now. Boy, I saw this one time. I tell you right now, I went to the YG Problem concert at Lowrider Convention at the LA Convention Center. This is like 15, 20 years ago. I don't know. No, it can't be that long. 12, 14 years ago. Immediately, I didn't know who YG and Problem really were. I knew their song, Like Wide. I knew that song, and I knew, I think Tooted and Booted. And I was like, oh, these new little young rappers here. I heard of them. Let's go. They from Compton. Let's go. Oh, boy. Immediately, I'm like, they crippin', they blooding. We ain't here long. I'm with my niece and Annemarie, my ex, and I'm like, man, I said, stay by me, and we right here, because we live right across the street. I said, I said, when I see level 2, we out. Level 2 came, I said, we out. They want us, they like, what do you see? What is happening? I'm like, if you don't get your goosenecks, come on. They didn't want to come. Water bottle fly. I'm like, here we go. I'm already out trying to drag them out. I'm like, if you don't hurry up, nobody else is really running. I'm like, this is when you run. They ain't want to run. All of a sudden, yang, 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 yang. I'm like, see? Now, those bullets ain't got names on them. But you want to sit there and see what's going on. We supposed to be at the house already. So I ain't with the smoke. No, not me.
You want me to come to Atlanta?
I'm asking a question.
I'm asking you a question.
Listen, you're not going to do that scared shit with me.
Because I would never. You know why?
I would never. Hold on, mute him real quick. I would never give up my right to self-defense. I would never give my right up this. I'm answering your question. You just yelling. I would never give up my right to.
For that bitch.
No.
Why is he yelling, man? I'm trying to answer the question.
You gotta stand up for him, Kevlo.
He's just yelling. Why won't you let me answer the question?
Okay, this guy's supposed to be, I know he's a content creator. He doing what I'm doing, so he just jumping in on everybody's party. But who is that? Who's the guy up top left, teddy bear up there? And is he going to referee this, or he just going to witness it like us? If so, get out the box. Let them go. This is weird. We don't got out of people can anticipate beef and you ain't got to give it to them. You can take this all kind of ways, but look, if this was a peaceful conversation, obviously it doesn't go as viral. And then I don't find it, and then we don't talk about it. So I know how the game goes. I know the machinery. And shout out to Game. I saw Game yesterday. I saw Game, the rapper, in the morning. Saying Game sometimes, I'm like, people know what I'm talking about. The Game. Yeah, I saw him yesterday. He was literally, I was like, Game, what you doing? He was like, man, I'm walking this tequila off. He was literally in LA, and it's hot as it gets in LA right now, with one of them plastic suits on, and he was walking. He's like, he was really walking, just walking through the neighborhood on the phone. I was dying. We chopped it up for a second. But that's the homie. I've known him forever. But that was really random to just be driving and be like, that look like Jake. Jake's out. What are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to get this tequila out of me. Anyway, I don't know. We still ain't got to the bottom of this, so let's just listen longer.
Stand up.
Let me answer the question.
Stop his fucking bridges on.
Why
he said he was going to fuck my wife. I said, say it again. Then they go, oh, I was saying I was going to fuck your ex, bro. Gil, stop lying. I never said I was going to fuck your wife. I text you who I was going to fuck. You shut the fuck up. I will have you slumped in Atlanta. Gil, stop lying. I text you who I was going to fuck. I'm in Atlanta. Stop lying, Gil. I text you on my own who I was going to fuck. Stop lying, what you going to do? Stop lying, bro. Stop lying. This is why he keep talking. He won't never shut up. I'm going to just let him keep talking. Because he don't want to answer these questions. Because guess what? If he answer these simple questions, all the talking can stop. You got all this money. You say you're going to buy the house next door. How come your money never placed me and you in the same room yet? I said I was going to put to his throat. You went and got a restraining order. How come your money ain't never placed us in the same room yet?
Okay, now I'm starting to pick up what they putting down. One, Gilbert is for the content. And he's for the content in a way, like we know a lot of people are. Like Emmanuel Acho comes to mind. He's for the content, right? And they're like machines in terms of putting out content. I salute them both. But they're in it for different reasons, right? I think Acho would immediately fly out there and see Kwame. I really do. Because Acho's for the content. Like, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about you. Oh, let's do it. We're going to talk together. The uncomfortable conversations. I know what y'all gonna say about that. Oh, that wasn't too damn contentious. That wasn't really hard. It doesn't have to be hard. He gonna come out there though. And then it's gonna take, Acho's gonna be like, I ain't come out here to fight. Gilbert ain't gonna go out there because he's like, I want people to think I'm a fight, whether I am or not. And I don't think Gilbert wants to fight either. And that he like me. I ain't trying to fight. But I will whoop your ass with these words all day, any day. And the way to keep that fight alive with the words is not to go out there. You see it? Like, ain't nothing to button up. Whenever you want some, I'm right here. But I ain't going over there. I ain't wasting my time. I ain't wasting my energy. And I'm not jeopardizing anything that can ramp up. That's why you ain't going to never see Gilbert out there. And nor should you.
You got a restraining order on me.
How come your money ain't never placed us in the same room yet?
Cry, baby.
How come your money ain't never placed us in the same room yet?
How come you can't talk in the DM? I talk.
How come I can't talk in the DM? How come I can't talk? I don't talk tough. I'm not a criminal, dummy. That's right.
I got to just get this in real quick. Kwame is a master. Like, he is a 10 times black belt in joning and joking and just straight up, what'd you say? And let's talk. Gilbert is a 10 times black belt in creating content and making, keeping everybody going and flowing and being the big star. Those are two different crafts. Those are two different art forms. Kwame, if it's time to joke out, time to just hear what you said and then turn it back on you, he a different animal.
Probably I don't have a Fed charge. I talk real nice on a DM. But in real life, though, nigga, if you come anywhere near me, you know what's going to happen. So that's why you won't come. That's why you keep talking, nigga.
So you want me to come? Just say yes.
No. Whoa. Let me answer that. I would never give up my right to self-defense. My nephew is the police officer. I would never say I want you to come, Gil. I would never say that. But I will say this. If you come, I'm going to send you home different. And you can take that for what you make. If you come, nigga, hear this clear, nigga. If you come, you gonna go home different fucking with me, nigga. And
this sound like all them cats be going on DJ Vlad and then they just come back and they get arrested or something. Like Gilbert knows and Kwame know, let's not say too much. Like I think they done hit that third rail right now. Like y'all sounding real premeditated up here and neither one of them gonna fall in that trap.
You know that. That's why you just talking and bloviating. That's why you just bloviating.
Do you promise?
You gotta call men for me, Gil. You know that.
Promise. I'm just
you gotta call other men. You coming by yourself?
Do you promise?
You coming by yourself?
Why do you always?
I promise if you come. Okay, let me answer. Let me answer. Put me on the big screen, Kel. Let me answer. Put me on the big screen. Hey, I promise, Gil. if you come by yourself, you don't send none of your friends to get unalive. Come by yourself, I'll give you everything you're looking for.
Woo!
Hey, Kevlo.
You don't want that.
Hello. Hey. Kwame put a restraining order on him. Of course he did. Hey, Kevlo.
Kwame don't want to go to jail. Kwame didn't put no restraining order on you. If you had a restraining order, you would be able to look it up on the docket. Show me the restraining order that you received.
Hey, Kevlo.
Show me the restraining order that you received.
I guess what else, Kevlo?
Gil, I shared a locker room with you. I know you part female. You know I know that. You know I know you a whole bitch and a half, boy. The only way you tough is on the internet. Stop playing with grown men, boy.
Kwame, do I
you get folded 3 ways from Sunday fucking with me and you know it. You got to call men for me, nigga.
Why
you got to call another man for me. Tell the truth. You call Kenyon. You call O. You called everybody trying to get me in the cross with real niggas that can fight. You ain't never said, Kwame, I'm going to pull up on you. You always talking about we got you running. We got you scared. Gil, you will never come in the same room with me by yourself because you not like that.
I know some content creator out there don't clip that part right there, put it to a beat, and it is going to rock. Damn. All right. I told y'all, I see y'all get lost. See, this is why I don't agree with anybody fully, and no one does with me either. But I don't agree with a lot of people when it comes to things like this because your likability gets in the way, right? People start liking someone and then all of a sudden they stop looking objectively at that same person they like. I'm guilty as well, right? You get into a relationship with somebody just because you like them, you start running past stop signs. Y'all have run past stop signs. Y'all like Gilbert more than Kwame. I would say that, right? I like them both, but I know why I like them. And I know I like Kwame because I always hear someone who will distill the moment and take all of the fluff and all the extras and all the condiments off and just say straight meat and potatoes. Let's talk. Kwame literally could be my family because that's how I was raised. I don't want to hear all that tough talks. I don't want to hear about all them other people. I'm talking to your ass. And what you said, that's my grandma. That's my mom. That's my sister. My daddy like that, but he don't say it. He just is. My uncles, my whole family, everybody I could think of that helped raise me are Kwame Browns. So when y'all say, damn, Wiley, you be spitting truth or whatever, it's just, it ain't even like hard. It's nothing I can't do. It's the fact that I see what's real and I see what you adding to it to make it something else. Kwame's basically, his issue with Gilbert is, why you keep adding all this stuff? I ain't talking about them. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you. Gilbert's issue with Kwame is, dog, Kwame, look how you are. Look how you turned out. Look at what you up to. Right? And he like, I ain't even got to deal with this. But since I'm dealing with this, what's up? They looking at life completely different, but they were connected. And that's the beauty of sports. These two dudes with these two different backgrounds and two different mindsets got to figure it out, or y'all ain't going to do nothing on that court. Unless individually, y'all ain't going to win. Y'all ain't going to win big. Y'all ain't going to win at all. That's the beauty of sports. That's why it's all connected. People be thinking so many different ways, but let's get back to the simple. Kwame wants the simple. Gilbert wants the extras, the complex. Let's see how they integrate it.
You know it, nigga. Stay in your lane, bitch, boy. You not a doer. You a talker and a payer, nigga. Pay somebody and get a life sentence, bitch. That's all you are. You a payer, nigga. I'm a doer, nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing to me by yourself, and you know it. You a little boy when it come to me, nigga. You know it. And I'll go on mute, little boy.
Okay.
All right, that was awkward. Okay, obviously I don't watch these clips before. I just see the names, I see the title. I was like, oh, that's going to be interesting. What's interesting about that is they ain't going to ever switch sides. Right? Gilbert is doing it for the fun and the content. And also he lets, stuff slide off him, like, you know, it's water off a duck's back, like whatever. Kwame ain't like that. It sticks to Kwame because it means something different to Kwame. And, you know, I have way more experience with a Kwame type than I do with a Gilbert type. But they're, you know, I know Gilbert better than I know Kwame. It's just interesting that they have something, and we always talk about chemistry, and we always talk about chemistry in the form of, wow, they work well together. And when you see them, they know how to play off each other. They actually don't play off each other. They just get at each other. But the way they get at each other is really chemistry. It's like special. They can do a show, Kwame and Gilbert. Like, I'm talking about, they would never do this right now. But all things fail. They can do a show talking about other stuff the way that they see it. Gold. Gold. And if you don't see it that way, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. I totally get it. Not saying all things I say are right. But at the same time, I'm like, whoo, that's next level. You know what? I want to hear, tell me if this is old or new. I just saw this today once again. Ryan Clark. I'm like, damn, they already back at the pivot. That's great. Good for him. They got Jake Paul, of all people. Jake Paul and Ryan Clark battling on a topic that I love. I love it when, like, narcs, you know, non-athletic regular people, I love when y'all think y'all could ball. I love it because I like to hear it. I love the confidence. I love the swag. I love the audacity. Like, y'all could do what we did. And I'm like, yeah, it ain't exclusive. It's not an exclusive club until you make it in there. On the outside, they let anybody get in. If you big, fast, strong, and ain't scared, you can play football. Now, can you play in the NFL? I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see what he's saying, though.
I bench more than all of you, guaranteed. And that's just like right now. And I don't even practice bench pressing. I'll squat more than all of you. I'm faster than all of you. Like, actually.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true. We can go down in the street after this. But that
what I love about this dude is it doesn't matter who you think I am who I want to be. Like, I don't care about this money. I don't care about the camera. If I want to do it, I'm gonna go get it. Oh, this dude cracked me up.
That's the thing. So, like, when words are cheap.
Why, if you make all this money, do you just keep doing things and trying to pick things that's gonna get you hurt?
I mean, pain is temporary, legacy is forever. So, like,
let's go.
I saw that X-ray.
Yeah,
X-rays forever too.
It's temporary though. Like, on God, honestly, it didn't even, the punch didn't even hurt.
I don't believe that, Jake.
I swear on everything, brother. Like, it didn't hurt.
You know what's interesting about that? And this is why you should believe him, I think. I tore my Achilles. And that's one of the most debilitating injuries. But I think there's some weird thing going on with our body. I shouldn't even say weird, be more articulate. I think our pain systems, the more debilitating it is, the less painful it is, if you get me, right? Right? I know people that got shot and they be like, dog, I ain't even know I got shot. I'm like, what? It's like your pain sensors get overloaded and they like, nah, this don't even hurt. A paper cut hurt more. I tore my Achilles. I didn't feel jack like that. Like pain, no. I just couldn't move my foot anymore. That's why Kobe could do those free throws. He wasn't in pain. He just couldn't move his foot anymore. He had to drag it. And I feel him. Like in football, when you hit somebody so hard that everybody go, whoa, those are the hits that don't hurt. I'm not lying. Everybody said it. Wow, nope, didn't feel it. The ones that you just ran by somebody and just hit you on the side a little bit, you be hurting. I feel him.
I mean, he said, whoa, right?
I was just like, whoa, that was like a good hit. But there's been things in life that hurt a lot worse. Like when you stub your toe, bro, that shit hurts way more than getting hit by Anthony Joshua, honestly.
But you said it with 3 football players, right? To have the audacity to say it out loud that that's what you're going to do. 29 years old, to have not stepped on a professional football field. What makes you so confident that you can do what we were able to do for a living?
Yeah, I think just God, believing in myself, and manifestation and self-belief are some of the most powerful things in the world, and I have God-given talents and athleticism. When I said I was going to box and beat all of these people and beat Ben Askren and Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, it was the same response that I'm getting now when I say I'm going to go
because you didn't have the background,
play slot receiver, because there was no background. I was YouTuber this, YouTuber that. And
you know what? This is why I love doing this with y'all, because we talk through this. What he's saying is something that we all can apply in our lives, because it all has occurred in our lives. No matter who you are, you don't start off senior at it. You don't start off with seniority. You start off as a rookie, as a freshman. You start off, there is a day one, you haven't done it yet. And he's saying most people only pick their day ones on one hand. Like, all right, I'm going to try a sport. All right, obviously I'm going to go to this new school and I'm going to do that. All right, I'm going to go try this activity. All right, like we keep it here. And he's like, I'm going to use up all my fingers, all my toes. I'm going to borrow somebody else's hands because I'm going to try all these things I haven't done yet. How many times do you see adults walking around trying new things? Most are creatures of habit. We're going to do the same thing over again, right? Or you're going to just make it look different, but it's the same. I love to travel. Yeah, what you really love to do is go to a resort and lay in the pool and then meet people in the pool who are all from New York. But now you're in Cabo doing it, Thailand doing it. You go to Africa to do it. You go to Canada. You go everywhere. You're doing the same thing. When are you going to check a new box? That's what I love about him. He checks new boxes. And he's like, hey, I can fail or not. Got to give him respect for that.
So I'm a doer and a talker at the same time, but I always back it up. I have hands, run some routes, catch some balls, block some people. It can't be that hard. Boxing is way more difficult than football.
That's
and I'm only
not true.
It's 100% true.
Again,
study was released
like
a month ago. The hardest sport in the world is boxing.
I don't know what they mean by harder. I don't know what they mean by harder. I can't lie. But I will say this. Everyone knows if you want the toughest, hardest workout, and maybe this is just because it's accessible more than football is. Like, I want to do a football workout. Who are you going to do it with? Where are you going to get all the equipment? Where are you going to do it? Okay. But that to the side is boxing. Football players, when they want to get in great shape, box. Every sport, when they want to get in great shape, they will box. Dog, I don't know if y'all have ever done real boxing training. I did it with Freddie Roach. I did it at Wild Card Gym for a year or two. Bro, when you gotta keep your hands up to protect your chin. And literally, you get to a place where you be like, I don't care about my chin, which means I don't care about getting knocked out. And you just physically can't. You're not in good enough shape. You're like this. He's like, keep them up. I can't. You can't keep your hands up. Boxing way harder than football. However, they two different animals. I've never been more tired in my life than when I boxed. But the thing about boxing is, I hate to say it, like I think boxing is harder, but football is hard as hell. I got to think about this. That's a good question.
Number 11 was MMA.
They took 90, professional analysts of sports and did a study on what the hardest sports in the world are, and the number one on there is boxing. And I'm in there by myself. You guys have 10 other players on the field to help you out. And so the mentality is different. The pressure is different. The focus is different. And the training is harder. It's a marathon and a sprint. You guys get a minute in between each play to regroup.
Yo, he came with receipts. I'm trying to tell you, dog. That's why when football players play basketball, they be like, yo, what the? You ain't in shape for basketball playing football. Be real. Come on, man. See, this is why I say people like what they like and they start lying. I tell my kids this. I coach my 10U. I'm like, yo, no one should ever be tired. We get a break every single play. Stop it. Y'all need to breathe. Y'all need to focus, lock in, be where your feet are. Stop playing. They over there acting like they tired. Meanwhile, soon the game ends, they take off running to go play around. I'm like, no. Y'all lock in. Football, you get a built-in break. Even when it's no huddle, it's still like 7, 10, 15 seconds. They can't get there quick enough. Hey, I like this. Keep going, Jay.
This is like the
kidding.
This is
you guys get like
this is like a Bud conversation. You know, Jake, when Bud sits there and tells me that, then I'm like, yeah, but you're Bud Crawford. I get it. But to just be like, I'm gonna run a couple of routes, I'm gonna block some people, I'm gonna catch the ball, how hard can it be?
But we talking about.
Oh, I don't like that point. Oh, I didn't want to click that fast. I ain't like that point. See, this is what happens. You undress the point because you don't like the pointer. You undress. He said, so if Bud Crawford said the exact same thing, all of a sudden you take it in like, yeah, you're right. What? See, that's how they warp us. What? He said something that's real. Y'all get a break every single play. Do I need to be the champion of the world to say that and you to understand that? I got to be Bud Crawford. I got to be Floyd Mayweather. See, that's when you know somebody a clout chaser or you know somebody caught up or they Hollywood, whatever it may be, because they're not even listening to the message. Who said it? You imagine, who said that? Who? But then it's like, who said that? Floyd? Bud? Oh, okay. That's. I understand you got to qualify to do things. But do you got to qualify to say things that are accurate and real? Come on.
Yeah, wait, but is it harder than that? Like, what's the difference? Like, it's just a speed thing.
We talking about Jamar Chase and Jetta and those type guys. We're talking about the best receivers in the world that you're trying to compete with.
That's an outside receiver, like not a slot receiver, completely different.
They play it all. You sat around and watched Wes Welker play, and you like.
See, they now look. I'm not gonna blame Ryan and them because it's editing. I can see they just jumping around. He know his stuff. He like those are true number ones. They go outside. They ain't just playing slot. He wants to be the guy, the third. Basically, he wants to be the third receiver, and basically, usually that's the slot. Now we have changed it because a lot of slot receivers have stepped up. But a slot is you can hide him, and he can just gonna be the short intermediates, catch a ball, and let's go. Why? Man, they over here dream killing right now. This is crazy.
Oh shoot, I can go do that.
Yeah, 100%. No, definitely. He's the perfect example.
Cold.
Those are different level athletes than me. I'm talking about the white guy, Wes Welker, who is this big. What's he gonna do? Bro,
you underestimate
what do you mean, bro?
And you all right? Hold on. Wes Welker was a sick athlete. Don't do that short space. Oh, his cone drill. Oh, his tea time. Stop playing. You ain't that. But that said, let's not act like I didn't play against Antonio Gates, who didn't even play college football. He's a basketball player. Jake Paul's a YouTuber and boxer. Let's not talk about Ron Brown if we got to go way back in time. He ran track. All right. He played in the NFL, had some big plays, some good years. Ronaldo Nehemiah ran track. Come on, y'all.
And you can do that at that level.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't go do that. I think you're truly discounting how talented these people are at doing that one thing. Now,
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that it's not as hard as people are making it out to be.
That's why you are where you are.
If I go in there and I'm a bum, guess what? Who cares? Now what?
Man, I didn't expect that topic to be so good. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, look, let's not confuse what he's saying. And that's what happens. They conflate it a lot. One, he's not saying NFL players are sorry. He's not. He's saying they're great. They're elite. They're all that. But let's just be real. Some of them are not as good as all of them or others. You trying to say I can't find a way to get one of them jobs? I mean, in another conversation, they will be up there killing somebody. Like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? Marvin Harrison Jr. keeps dropping passes, right? We keep seeing those videos. And now we know how great he is because he was sick in college. But right now, My point is rank. There's what 1,800 NFL players, 1 through 1,800. You trying to say I can't beat number 1,800? You trying to say there's not a roster spot for me? When there have been countless cases of people who have no football background, we just gonna grab them. That dude from Philadelphia who's from Africa, that 6'6", 310 D tackle, whatever, that got all muscles, who just killed the test. Can he play? Everybody betting on it. Did he play? Has he played? I heard he didn't. Y'all betting on him? So it's just gonna be a better bet on Jake Paul. You get more money in return on Jake Paul because y'all ain't betting on him. Good. That's the one to bet on. That's the dark horse. Even though he's white. I had to get that one in. Come on, y'all. Look, I'm like this. I've been on the football field before and thought to myself, not everybody here qualifies. I have. I bet they said that about me when I had to retire that my last year in Jacksonville. Not everybody qualifies. It's really that way. Not everybody should be starting. The top 11 don't start. There's politics at play. How much you make? How long you been here? What's our future? They don't just say who the best running back. Go. All them dudes that get cut in camp, all them dudes that's trying to transition from college to the pros and they don't make it. And wide receiver is a weird position where it only takes a little to get a lot. What's a great game for a wide receiver? 5 catches, 100 yards. How many plays are there offensively? Every game, 60 to 80, typically. You mean I got to be out there, and you're not going to play every play, but all right, give me half of them. I get 40 because we're going to go with 80. I get 40 plays, and I got to run. They're not all pass plays. So I'm going to get 20 pass plays. And you say I got to get 5 catches for 100 yards to be great. What's a good game? 2, 3 catches, 50 yards. That'll keep you in the league. Oh, yes, you'll stay in the league. 17 games. What's that? That's 850 yards. You go for 850, you playing forever. Long as you don't have a 1,500 year, because then they're going to say you're sorry. But if you just stay around 850 and you never peak out at don't go to 1,500 because they be like, what happened to you? You fell off. If you're just an 850 guy, oh, you're playing 15 years. Off of what? 3 catches for 50 yards? Don't mess with me, y'all. I thought the same thing he's thought before, too. I was like, it could be a lot more guys out here, but, not everybody going to get in there. All right, let's get into this. Let's stay in that spirit. Rich Paul going to break it down. Let's see if Rich Paul can change your mind since it's Jake Paul. I don't want to hear from Jake Paul. That's crazy. I love how we dismiss people just based on if you like them or not or you believe them or not. What are you talking about? Let's talk about it. Rich, Max, my dog, I want to hear y'all break this down to the very last compound. How hard it is to make it to the league since we on that talk. Here you go.
Man, it's so difficult to play 1 year in the NFL or the NBA. And I think these kids
especially the NFL, man. Every play could be your last.
These kids have so much pressure. If you play 3 years in the NBA, man, that's a hell of a thing. If you play 6 years in the NBA, forget about it. 10, don't even talk to nobody. Don't talk to nobody that has anything negative to say about your career.
Thank you. I played 10. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, you play 10.
I don't care if you average 1 point in the NBA
I used to
years.
clown Ryan Hollins, who's my dude, all the time. Like about
about
how many minutes he would get, right? Bottom line is Ryan Hollins, I want to say played 11 years in the league. And also, in terms of just a pure athlete, how many people on earth are as good an athlete as Ryan Hollins, who's 7 feet tall with a wingspan, can jump, is coordinated,
best volleyball player in the world.
And someone like me, when we're doing a radio show together or something, I'm making fun of how many minutes he gets. But what I'm saying is the NBA is so gangster that you could be a 7 foot tall freak athlete who knows how to play, and you might not get a lot of minutes, but if you can stick around 10 plus years, you really did.
You can stick around 3 years, because let me tell you, the only thing you want in life is a head start.
Yep.
That's it. Like your dad, if he said to you, Max, only thing I want you to do is be able to provide for your family, right? He didn't say he wanted you to go off and be one of the better guys on TV and doing boxing. He just said be in a position to do a really good job for your family. These guys have so much pressure from society and from people commenting on things that, number one, they know nothing about. Number two, they couldn't even walk. Not even walk. They couldn't even step out of bed into the shoes of some of these guys.
One of my favorite things was when Scalabrini was telling all these high school and college players, he was like, I'm much closer to LeBron James than you are to me.
100%.
And then he went to the park and just busted everyone's shit. Yes.
Brian Scalabrini.
Yeah, he made the NBA and stuck around, by the way, and won a championship.
Yeah, and was really good in college.
Yeah,
like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I just
the NBA, and people have to understand. I used to say this on the radio sometimes. If I'd say, hey, this guy sucks, I'd preface it by saying, let me just say this. He is one of the greatest athletes who ever lived because he plays in the NBA. There are only 450 guys.
450 guys.
When I say he sucks, I'm just saying by NBA standards, by the standards of every other thing in the world, he's amazing. But we're talking about the NBA.
I think, Max, it becomes so mentally challenging for players and families because of this unrealistic expectation that really should be flipped inside out. It should be like, man, imagine climbing, what's the big Mount Everest,
right?
3 times.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't even want to think about that.
Exactly. So that's
climbing Mount Everest for what?
But that's anyway. That's my point.
That's my dog, Max. That's the dude I miss. He's like, for what? All achievements are not worth it. Dog. He's right. He dead right. There should be a little different appreciation, but I understand it's a relative world. So once you make it to the NFL, NBA, we ain't talking about who you are compared to Joe down on Crenshaw. We talking about who you are next to your peers. And I get it. But don't ever get it twisted. If a dude made it to the league, he will bust your head. He will bust your head. And speaking of Scalabrini, because they brought him up, I got to give you my story. After I give Mike his love. Thanks for the super chat. He said there's a hilarious story of Kwame Brown demanding the ball more when him and Gil were teammates. Jerry Stackhouse checked Kwame, and he had no gangster energy for Stackhouse. Okay. Okay, just remember, though, you talking about basketball and, like Matt Barnes when Kobe was doing, Kobe just staring at him and Matt Barnes doing this. Don't get it twisted. On the court and off the court. And we talking okay, maybe he don't want to get kicked out the game. Maybe he in foul trouble. Maybe he ain't even tripping on sports like that, but I'm tripping on life. I've met people who don't care about what you do on the field. They're like, whatever. Why I'm going to hit him? I got a helmet on. He got a helmet on. See that fool in the parking lot. Oh, he a whole different animal. Now what you doing? So be careful, big dog. All right, let me give you my Brian Scalabrini story. This is hilarious, and that's it. I've been one of them celeb games, so you get to play with the NBA guys and whoever show up. So it's Scalabrini's on our team. We down like 16, 20, I don't know, at halftime. And then everybody just sitting around drinking Gatorade. Like, what we going to do the second half to change it? We're going to get smoked. And then Scalabrini was like, all right, guys, bring it in. We should do this and this. And you've been open and we need to pass it. And I don't know who said it. Somebody said, man, won't you just shoot every play? He was like, what? He was like, won't you just take the ball and go every play? We'll figure it out. He's like, y'all want that? He was like, yeah. I'm looking at him like, dog, I am not going to make a basket. I can barely dribble. My set shot ain't going to work because they bigger out here. Do you know he went out in that second half? I think he had like 48. He was like Harlem Globetrotter and them dudes. Duncan, shooting threes. I mean, we won by like 10 something, 15. I was like, and it was Brian Scalabrini, White Mamba. I remember he gave me my flip-flops. He gave me some white flip-flops. Some black flip-flops that said White Mamba on them. I mean, stop playing with them dudes. Leave them alone. Here's John Doe with the super chat. Thank you, big dog. He says, will he still earn the remainder on his contract? I don't know what you're talking about. You got to write another thing. John Doe, I don't want to try and take your money, but who? What? The remainder on what contract? What are you talking about? know what you talking about. Y'all know what he talking about? I don't know what he talking about. I wish I did too, because I want you to super chat again. I ain't trying to take your money, but I'll take it. Give it to me. I don't know. Oh, let's do this topic. This is a good topic. Shaq and Iman Shumpert talking about how do you work at ESPN without sounding like a hater when you're criticizing people. That's a good topic, huh? That's a real good topic. Let's see it. There you go. We having a good day. This is a good Saturday. Y'all better spread the love. Get into it. Get involved. Who is this? Let's give some love to Mike, Young Poppy Chop, Chi. What a name, Young Poppy Chop. Then it cuts off. John Doe, you again. Trap Music, and Dan Fan. Oh, love to you guys. Let's go.
Are you enjoying the ESPN? You enjoying being like an analyst and getting praise? You got a lot of praise this year.
Yeah, it was cool. I think the biggest thing is I really have a problem with people that complain about it and don't do about it. For the longest, we complained that certain analysts just wasn't like, what is he talking? Like, what game did you just watch, my man? Like, it's no way you watched the game. Like, he didn't play good. Like, he played awful.
Yeah.
And it's like, you sitting here saying he played good. You just looking at the stat sheet, brother. But you
know why, right? Because
points off free throws.
You know why, right? Because if you continue to do it, now we hating.
What you mean?
Like sometimes I used to go at all my big men when they didn't play. Like they give you 22 points. I'm like, nah, I need 29. I need 30. So when you keep saying what they're not doing, now it's hate. And then the motherfucker come back and say, well, the game is different. We don't play like Chuck and Shaq in the post no more. So
like who?
Sometimes, yeah. So you know,
just getting slandered.
Sometimes I gotta. No.
Yeah, that ain't the same Shaq. First of all, stop playing. Shaq used to just. I mean, it just seemed like there was no pleasing Shaq. I think that's what came across is not what Shaq is saying now, calmly. But it came across like there's no making Shaq happy if you're a big man. So that's all I read. I was like, all right, well, good luck to you. If you got 30, you got to get 40. You got 40, you need 50. And it's like, what? Oh, you talking about Romo. Shout out to John Doe. He says, if suspended indefinitely, does CBS still have to pay him his full contract with Romo? Yeah, they do have to pay him. When you get fired, well, right now he's not fired, so we're way ahead of this. But if you get fired with a TV contract, all contracts are guaranteed except NFL. Let me stop. He still does. Now, I don't know the language. I don't know if it's a standard issue. Like, you can get fired for calls and get that money back. Like, oh, you got an OWI. And right here, you got a morality clause. You can't do stuff like that. You represent us. Then we can get out of this money. So a lot to be seen going forward.
Yeah, we don't play like that in the post anymore. I know Shaq.
Is that Joel?
Yeah, I know Shaq. I know Shaq.
You've been talking like this a lot lately.
I know Shaq and Shaq want me to post up, but we don't play like that anymore. Get your big ass in the post. Give me 28 points. Yeah,
I love it.
I mean, that's how they sound sometimes. So sometimes I have to suck my word and go, he played great. Because if we keep saying what they're not doing, now it's the old guys ahead.
That's all. I try to be true to that, where it's like I critiqued guys and said that you didn't do a certain thing. So now that it's my turn, I pay it forward. I feel like I'm going to highlight the good things about players. I'm going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly with basketball. And anytime they try and get me to go the gossip route or, oh, this is a headline, I'll be like, I don't care.
I feel like you navigate it well because I see you on with like Wendy and a lot of the analytical guys, but I feel like you guys have a good connection. And I feel like sometimes I see the former athlete with the reporter and there's always a divide. There is no flow. And I feel like you guys have been able to figure out a flow.
But they've also leaned into that. Like we all we're not saying the same thing. Like, so we don't step on each other. So we don't feel a way about it, I think, because they know from what I'm talking is a basketball standpoint. So I'm going to talk about nuances that can affect their points.
And that's beautiful. That's called good production. There's, sometimes they do it the wrong way. They put too much color, like color analysts, like all these nuanced guys, all these guys with experience, all these former players together. That's one flavor. But there's another flavor where you get a yin yang. You get a guy who's looking at it from a high or from afar, and he's an analytical guy. Then you got a guy who's just going to tell you the essence of it, and you got some whole beautiful masterpiece. I love when they do it that way.
It's actually good because sometimes I really don't know the actual number, and Brian will just hop right there. Oh, no. In 2023, he averaged 24.8.
Yeah.
But they'll know the things to a T.
That's insane to me.
It is. The
WPS.
way they bring stuff up during
Stats
series
are
too.
definitely WPS.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Crazy. Yeah. But it's good because there's a healthy balance of that. We do want to know when Shaq hits 20,000 points. Like, we want to know that.
When I
We're
learned
never
from
gonna pay
Ernie
attention to it,
was with doing TV with guys like Chuck and Shaq, it is my job to have all the information. It's his job to have feel. And if he makes a point, if I have stats that can support him and make him look smarter, I do it. The other times when he makes a point and my stats are like completely different, I'll be like, we'll be right back after the break. Hey, just so you know, that's not it at all.
Real tough.
But I also think it's important for the guy, like the host. I'm not a big fan of correcting people on camera. I kind of think that's sucker, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is a tough. I want to hear how he explains this because you can see both sides of this initially. Like, dog, let me just mess up and let me do it my way. Versus, no, there's a certain way we all have to do it. Like, I understand score or points per game. Like, that's obviously objective. You got to get that accurate. But let's see what they're talking about on this one.
One thing I really don't like, I've never talked about this before, is when hosts, like let's say Shaq uses a word incorrectly. I hate when they go, that's not what that means. And I'm like, this isn't the place.
Oh, no, I don't know. My brother, I don't know. We got a different type of household. I co-host with my brother. He say something wrong, I'm on his ass.
Well, that's different.
He'll do the same thing to me though, but it's like I like that he has that ability to check me.
Yeah,
I need that.
When
Otherwise,
your brother
I'm terrible.
family is different.
But if I was on here, like even if me and him were teammates, it'll be perfect because I know he'll really tell me if it's some bull.
Totally.
Like, yeah, he gonna laugh and joke with me, but because we laugh and joke, it'll be like I can hit him. Like he'll feel like, nah, I'm gonna go across some shit. If he don't get through this next screen, I'm smacking out something.
Yeah.
What is Shaq eating? Blah blah blah. Somebody say he eating some gummies. Really? Like right there? Like, look, you got to play nice. The one thing about network TV, and we all see it, the go along, get along, or the fake laughs, or, ooh, let's talk about how fresh you look when you don't really look fresh. Yeah, I mean, that's team building. You know, in team building, you got to suck it up. It ain't always what you really feel and what you really think. Come on. All y'all got jobs. You know how it goes. You get in that meeting, you got to, yeah. Or you like if you really were just being dead on accurate with your assessments of all things, it's going to be tough for you to move up the corporate ladder. You can't do it that way. You got to fake the funk. You do. I don't know to what degree, but you do. If you're going to move up, because those people who are above you, a lot of times y'all don't share sensibilities. Y'all share a workspace. Y'all may share the same work, but y'all don't share the same sensibilities, right? How many times you have found a boss that actually rocks with you and gets you? It's rare. They're out there, but how many bosses you know, like, man, I got 2 tickets after this to go see Diggable Planets. I'm going to go check them out. You want to go see Diggable? You want to see Ladybug? Oh, man, I used to love them in college. Hell yeah, let's go. You know, most bosses, the most you get is a sporting event. Hey, let's go see the Knicks. All right. Let's go see the Knicks. My Knickser. And then we go. So it's tough to find somebody to rock with you. I totally get that. So there is a level, and no one likes to admit it, and no one likes to attribute to what degree. There's a level of faking the funk that everyone does to move on up. And if you don't, look, we had this conversation already about keeping it real. How real you keeping it? You're going to find it's going to be different. Just simple. All different pathways to the top. Just this one is not as paved and smooth as, oh, that was funny when it wasn't. I was at El Torito's not too long ago, and I saw a group outing, a work outing, and I was laughing because I was watching them laugh at stuff that they didn't think was funny. You want to know how I knew it wasn't funny? Because whenever the person who said it kept looking around to see who was laughing, when they looked away, that person would stop laughing. They go like this. I was sitting there, boy, I was eating my chips like, I need to stop eating these chips too. Chips get me huge. Chips is like the worst thing for me. Goodness. All right, let's get into this. We got to get into this. We just saw Shaq. I need Dwyane Wade to finally admit what I knew, and I've been saying it forever. I knew why LeBron left Dwyane Wade. It was obvious. Nobody else want to give me credit. I see you, Big Cheeseroni. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for the super chat, big dog. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know what blah means. Ball with attitude, baby. Be with attitude. Damn it. I don't care. Let's get into this. I want to see. I want to see Dwyane Wade finally admit it. LeBron left Dwyane Wade because he saw Kyrie. Now, that's the top line. That's the headline. What y'all didn't know is that he saw Dwyane Wade going through this. And he was like, I can't be here for that. Sorry, Dwyane Wade. And that's why they all chasing, what was it, Barcelona, the Olympics and all that. They were chasing LeBron around, Pat Riley on Spirit Airlines trying to find him. Remember that? This is why.
And the doctor told me that they had to take my meniscus out and that later in life I would experience arthritis and all this stuff. You think I understood what that meant?
Okay, so he in high school I think in high school. And his doctor's like, he had to get his meniscus taken out. And then he was saying, doctor told him, you're going to have about 5 good years and then you're going to have some problems. Watch this.
And get me back on the court. I got to get to this money for my family. I don't even know what a meniscus is. It's a different day, different time. All I know is I hurt my knee. They saying this word called meniscus. They gave me some information and I was like, so I got to get it taken out. Okay. The technology was different, all the things. So I don't know how I had the career I had because I know that when I came in, Doc told me this later in my basketball journey. He said, I only gave you 5 years. They only gave you 5.
From the moment they took the meniscus out.
When you go through the draft process, you do all these tests and they do all these evaluations and all these exams and x-rays. And Doc said he told the team that he will have 5 good years. And then after that, the knee is going to become an issue. And so he wasn't lying. How about 5 good years and then my knee became an issue? I've had multiple knee surgeries after that because there's other things that need to be cleaned up and so forth and so on. And so I will say is I have an incredible tolerance for pain. I have a high threshold for pain. I played through things that I know a lot of guys wouldn't play through. Played through a lot of discomfort in my career. And I figured out how to still be effective with knowing I couldn't do certain things. And, that's why I always talk about you don't see the brain. Like I probably wasn't a genius in school, but when it came to the game of basketball and my mind and all the things, like I had a version of that, right? And so I learned how to still be successful knowing that I didn't have the meniscus. But my first couple of years, I didn't even know that was going to be an issue because I was still just really explosive.
Right.
And so I was just like, what meniscus? What? I don't even know what y'all talking about. Like I felt like rookie of the year. How he came back after that surgery and the shoulder started zinging it. I started jumping higher. Like I wasn't jumping. I didn't feel like I was jumping that high before I had my knee surgery.
Who's his co-host or who's interviewing him? Help me out, y'all. Beat it up in the comments. He ain't giving Dwyane Wade no energy. He's just sitting there in them bike shorts, just chilling like a coach. All right, John Doe, we're going to talk about with your super chat. I like what you're talking about. Dwyane Wade I had so many teammates that had to work around injuries, and you always used to say, and they used to say, man, if I ain't had his knee or I ain't had his, I had teammates that get their knee drained every other week, it seemed like. I was like, God, all that fluid coming out their knee swell up this big, they drain it, they play, they ball. Like, I took it for granted. Like, I've had a lot of surgeries. I was injury prone, but that's different. These dudes come in already hurt, already injured, and still ball. Man, salute, dog.
Now, maybe this is what I told myself. But ultimately, I just had to do a lot of things, dog, behind the scenes. I had to do a lot of masking. I had to do a lot of pill taking. I had to do a lot of strengthening. We did a lot to keep this. And a lot of it, and shout out to Tim Grover, shout out to Dave Alexander, shout out to all my trainers. We try to keep this VMO strong. We try to keep these quads strong. We try to keep these hamstrings. We try to keep all these things strong so it could take pressure off this knee.
Got it.
And so I have very strong legs as a player, like big thighs and all those things. And that was like intentional because I came in to the NBA with no meniscus on my left knee. And so they knew that it was going to be trouble down the line for me. So each surgery I got, I was told that I would have another one.
Damn.
I knew I was going to have another one.
Damn. Ooh, I don't know if Jake Paul ready for all that. All you did was get your jaw broke. Used to call you Jawbone. All right, let's get into this topic. Keep the energy going, man. I love you guys rocking with your boy. John Doe says, can we make a percentage of super chats go to your foundation? I know YouTube snipes 30% off the top, and maybe it's not worth it, but I like to help the kids. Okay, since you asked, if you really wanted to go without it going to YouTube, just go straight to the foundation. Go to projecttransition.org. Simple as that. Go to projecttransition.org. Then YouTube won't snap it. If not, just do it this way. Now, if you go over there, you ain't going to get the same super chat, obviously. It's not the same experience, but the kids will see it more. Respect, though. I appreciate you. That's a great question. Now, who was coach? Y'all tell me who he was? Who was that dude? I don't know who that dude was. Anyway, let's get to this. I want to get to this Elle Duncan topic. We got to talk about the WNBA and the cult she talks about. This is interesting. So Elle Duncan of Netflix, right? And she's up with some ladies. I don't know who they are. I hope this, damn, it's called the Sports Gossip Show. I think we did one clip from them before. Oh, it went a spot. It went somewhere. I don't even remember, but it went. I got an emotional response to this. I don't even have a logical one. I remember this. Let's see where they're going now.
To the individual, and it's just a shame. I also think, you know, the Caitlin Clark of it all, Elle, you mentioned as that being the other sort of lightning rod in women's basketball. At this point, I don't know. I'm like, this also feels like this is how I feel about it right now. Just like, but okay, what are we doing at this point? It feels like the conversation in many ways has jumped the shark.
Oh, we've been circling this drain for a while, girl. I'm glad you think it just jumped the shark. This should jump the shark.
It's been jumped. It's been jumped.
Y'all got Caitlin Clark fatigue? Really? I don't have Caitlin Clark fatigue, but I'm disappointed because it happened again. Another star from college women's basketball that has come to the WNBA, and they threw a wet blanket on her. Yeah, I told you the story before when Skylar Diggins was one of the last ones I saw. I was like, oh, man. How y'all messing this up? But there's variables and reasons why, but let them talk.
Yeah. Again, it's just, I have expressed this for the last couple of years. Like when Caitlin first came to the league and there was a lot of this, at the time, it was all about her being left off the Olympic roster. That's what started it. And I kept saying to myself and my coworkers, like, okay, once she starts playing and people get to see her actually play, we'll get to move on from this. We'll get to move on from all of this like ancillary, crap because they don't have anything to watch. Once they have something to watch, we can get back to the basketball of it all. No. And then it turned into she gets fouled too hard. And then it turned into they all hate her and they're all petty and
that's good. I don't understand why people want all that comes, and this happens a lot, and I'm dealing with this in life as well. People want all that comes with success, but don't want to do all the things that's necessary to be successful or all that comes with success. As I used to say, and I still love it, one of my favorite quotes is, everyone loves the parade, but nobody wants to build the floats. Dog, you can't be it, and it doesn't come with shit. It comes with it comes with it. And I think I hate to stereotype or generalize, but it seems like the WNBA as a whole wants all the love, all that comes with it, but not that thin line. Because on the other side of that love is that hate. They can't deal with the smoke. Like, let them talk about Caitlin Clark and her getting fouled too hard. They did it with Jordan. Jordan rules. What is the Jordan rules? Well, this is how you stop Jordan. You foul him hard. You knock him out the air. What does he do? He starts lifting weights, gets stronger, gets some goons on his squad. Did y'all read y'all history books? Like, this is normal. Why we acting like she's an exception and it means something negative?
It was last year, I think, where I came to the realization, like, this is not going anywhere. I truly believe that at some point this would just die out.
Yeah.
That people could start appreciating the idea that, you know, a rising tide lifts all boats, and that like the more viewership and whatnot, there would be a bigger and deeper appreciation for all of these players and how they play. There'd be better understanding that, you know, if you're just watching women's basketball for the first time, they're very physical. This has always marked women's basketball. They're quite physical. Like, I thought that there would just, with more understanding, with more experience watching women's basketball, that there would just sort of be this like, aha, like, okay, so maybe my snap judgment was wrong. And like, there would be this catharsis, there would be a realization, there would be, it's like,
nope. And you don't want it to be. You don't want this to die out, because when we stop talking about you, we stop watching you. You got to take it. It's good. It's not always going to be glowing. It's not going to always be World Cup soccer this summer. You know, oh my God, this was amazing. So many of us were so ignorant to the sport or the pageantry and how inclusive it was. And but they wasn't coming with the agenda the same. It was just like, oh, this is dope. Like, I was all in the World Cup soccer. Sometimes you knock it out the park. Sometimes you don't. You got to put in work. You knock the inside the park home run. Like, put in the work. Let people talk good, bad, and ugly about your sport as long as they watching. Because they wasn't watching before.
Yeah.
Nope. It's like getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. We've got congressional hearings, and it's like, it's just, it's so absurd on so many levels. And I have taken so much issue with, like, I am not discounting, because I listen to the people who are OGs. I'm lucky enough to know a lot of the, you know, tentpole players in the league, current ones as well, and ones that used to play. And they all will agree with you that officiating is a problem. And it's been a problem for a long time. And some of that is because, you know, like, if you were a really good ref, then you were probably going to go to the NBA, or you're going to go to men's college basketball, or whatever it is.
Stop. Officiating is a problem in every sport. Like, what? What sport do we watch that we ain't tripping on the officials? Even in tennis, the dude is sitting there in a chair, drinking a lemonade, just doing this, and he getting yelled at. He like, there's a line judge right there. What are you yelling at me for? There's technology right here. We gonna show it on a replay. Why are you yelling at me? Hey, what are you doing? I don't know the sport where they don't complain. AAU basketball, there's a 7U team, 7 years old or under. They're yelling at the officials. Come on, ref. But the women's NBA, no, don't do it. Don't yell at them.
And that, you know, like, addressing the issue with officiating, and that they let too much go by. They let these women beat themselves up. I am with you on that. Where I have an issue, and what I'm finding to be so frustrating this year in particular, is watching people say things like, well, Caitlin Clark is a superstar, and so they need to do a better job of protecting her. And I'm like, I don't give a damn. And this is coming from coaches. And I'm like, I don't give a damn if you're 10th off the bench.
Right.
You are deserving of being protected.
Yeah.
They should all be protected. You should change officiating and have more consistency, because it benefits the game and it benefits all of its players. I'm not dumb.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. She said protected. That choice word was used multiple times. And I think that's one of the issues, because that leads us and leans into more of a gender conversation than it should. When we're watching sports, we want to escape all those politics, all those identity politics. We want to escape this division that we know that exists, but we do want to escape it. Let's just be real. That's why sports unites people. That's why Kwame Brown and the Gilbert Arenas, who are yelling at each other on the internet, used to be teammates. Sports will unite you. But when you start saying protected, that's not a word I hear a lot in the NBA. Now, you can hear it in general with football because it's such a dangerous sport. But then I read a comment like this from Richie Smalls, who says women's sports is not the problem. The WNBA doesn't draw the male eye. That's who spends money on sports. We either want to see athletics at its highest, or beautiful women being athletic. Example, tennis and soccer. Hard to argue that point. You can't lie to yourself. So when you're watching sports, I don't care if it's men or women, if it's not the highest form, you kind of like, I'm not all in on this, but I'm going to watch it. Being real. I mean, that's why we go to our kids' games, and we be sitting there like, you be looking like, I hope he make it. Because, boy, this ain't it. What are they doing? So we all understand. We all have suffered through lower level sports. And like, your kids on JV, you're like, I hope you make varsity because I'm here for the love of you, not the love of what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, love to you guys. Well, speaking of love, man, I'm out of here. I'm trying to stay on time. Got to go get it in today. Hang with the itty bitties. Yes, lots of love and lots of tears will be dropped today. Get to hang with my itty bitties. So y'all stay strong as I will stay strong, and we gonna stay strong together. So have an amazing day. It's hot as hell out here in LA. Have an amazing